Picture this: cars that defy physics, conquer the toughest terrains, and leave an indelible mark on the history of motorsport. These aren't just machines, they're legends. Built by the best engineers and driven by the fiercest competitors the world has ever seen. In today's video, we're diving into the 10 most legendary race cars of all time. The ones that push boundaries, shattered records, and changed the face of racing forever. Stick around until the end, because the stories behind these cars are as thrilling as their victories. Let's start the countdown. The Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak is one of the most extreme hill climb machines ever created. A car so wild that it looks more like a spaceship than a rally car. Built with one purpose in mind: dominating the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb and tackling the thin air and treacherous switchbacks of the 12.42-mile course, which ascends to an altitude of 14,115 feet. This beast evolved into a true engineering marvel, making it a legend both in real life and in the world of racing games. Suzuki's journey at Pikes Peak began with Nobuhiro Taijima, a rally driver who had been competing in the event since 1989. The first Escudo prototype was a radical machine featuring two turbocharged 1.6-liter inline-4 engines, one driving the front wheels and another driving the rear, producing a combined 900 PS and weighing only 900 kilos. The result? They finished 5th overall at Pikes Peak in 1994. After this, in 1995, Taijima won the event, making him the first Japanese driver to ever win Pikes Peak. In 1996, a drastic change occurred. Suzuki replaced the twin-engine setup with a single twin-turbo 2-liter V6, the H20A, producing up to 789 horsepower in race trim. This version was lighter and better balanced, but still wasn't enough to take the overall victory, finishing at second place at Pikes Peak in 1996. At its final evolution, in 1997, Suzuki upgraded the Escudo to a 2.5-liter twin-turbo V6, the H25A, with a monstrous 981 horsepower at 8,100 RPM. The new version was lighter, more powerful, and aerodynamically extreme, featuring an absurdly large rear wing that looked like it belonged on a spaceship. This version of the Escudo was unstoppable in acceleration and was capable of reaching speeds of over 250 miles per hour, weighing only 800 kilograms. Thanks to its aluminum space frame, the power-to-weight ratio was unmatched, and its massive wings and aerodynamic package generated an incredible amount of downforce. Suzuki never revealed just how much downforce the car produced, but given its enormous rear wing, which looked big enough to be a park bench, it was clear this car was designed to stick to the road no matter what. Reaching second place at Pikes Peak in 1998 and 1999, but dominated the Queenstown Gold Rush Hill Climb, winning in 98, 99, and 2000. The Ford GT40 isn't just a race car. It's a symbol of revenge, innovation, and American dominance on the world stage. Born out of Ford's vendetta against Ferrari. After Enzo Ferrari backed out of a business deal, the GT40 was Ford's answer to beating the Italians at their own game, winning Le Mans. Designed in the United Kingdom but powered by American muscle, the GT40 was initially fitted with a 4.7-liter V8, but later evolved into the legendary 7-liter big block V8, pushing over 500 horsepower. With its lightweight monocoque chassis, low-slung aerodynamic body, and superior endurance, the GT40 was built for one purpose: conquering the 24 hours of Le Mans. And conquer it did. In 1966, after years of development struggles, Ford delivered a crushing blow to Ferrari, securing a 1-2-3 finish at Le Mans. One of the most iconic moments in motorsport history. But they didn't stop there. The GT40 went on to win 4 consecutive Le Mans titles from 1966 to 1969, proving it was not just a one-time fluke, but a true legend of endurance racing. Beyond its victories, what makes the GT40 legendary is its impact on motorsport and automotive engineering. It changed the way manufacturers approached endurance racing, introducing advanced aerodynamics, mid-engine layouts, and high-displacement powertrains that would shape race cars for decades. It also solidified Ford's place in motorsport history, proving that American engineering could dominate the world's toughest races. Even today, the GT40's legacy lives on, inspiring modern iterations like the 2005 Ford GT and the 2017 Ford GT, both of which pay tribute to the original spirit of speed, innovation, and victory. The GT40 is more than just a car. It's a legend written in speed, rivalry, and pure racing glory. Few race cars have had such a dramatic reversal of fortune as the BMW M3 GTR in the American Le Mans series. After struggling against the Porsche GT3 in 2000, BMW returned in 2001 with a V8-powered M3 GTR, utterly dominating the competition. However, this dominance was so overwhelming that the rule makers effectively banned the car after just one season. But what was the problem with the old M3? In 2000, BMW's M3 GTR ran a 3.2-liter inline-six. But despite years of refinement, it was losing ground to the Porsche 911 GT3. The issue was the intake restrictor, a 1.7-inch plate that limited air intake, putting high-revving engines at a disadvantage. Porsche's 3.6-liter flat-six had more displacement, meaning it could generate more torque at lower RPMs, while the BMW struggled for power. The result? Only one win in 2000. BMW had to find a way to level the playing field. BMW's solution? Swap out the inline-six for a high-revving 4-liter V8 built by BMW Motorsport. This new engine was completely race-bred, sharing nothing with road-going BMW V8s. It packed 444 horsepower, 354 pounds of torque, a lightweight aluminum block and heads, a high-revving, single-plane crankshaft, giving it a ferocious exhaust note. With this new powertrain, BMW obliterated the competition, securing 7 victories in 10 races in the 2001 ALMS season and taking both the manufacturer's championship and the driver's title with Jorg Mila. BMW's dominance led to protests from rival teams, particularly Porsche, which argued that BMW had bypassed the spirit of the rules by introducing a purpose-built racing engine. The issue was homologation. To race in the GT class, BMW needed to produce a street-legal version of the M3 GTR with the same V8 engine. So, the ALMS responded with a new rule. BMW had to build at least 100 street versions of the V8-powered M3 GTR by March 2002. If not, the car would carry a 220-pound weight penalty and a smaller restrictor plate, making it uncompetitive. With only 10 road-legal versions ever produced, the M3 GTR became one of the rarest and most sought-after BMWs of all time. But it wasn't enough to meet the homologation deadline. Rather than race with severe handicaps, BMW pulled the M3 GTR out of ALMS at the end of 2001, making the M3 GTR a one-season legend. But what truly cemented its mythical status was its iconic appearance in the Need for Speed Most Wanted. The blue and silver livery, the aggressive wide-body kit, and the unmistakable V8 roar made it the dream car of an entire generation of car enthusiasts. The M3 GTR is legendary not just because of its track dominance, but because of its exclusivity, controversy, and cultural impact. It's a car that BMW built to win at all costs, and despite its short-lived career, it remains one of the most revered race cars ever produced. My favorite car sound in the entire world. The Mazda 787B isn't just a Le Mans winner. It's a technological marvel, an underdog triumph, and one of the most iconic race cars ever built. This Japanese-built prototype made history in 1991, becoming the first and only car powered by a rotary engine to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans. At its heart was the revolutionary 2.6-liter, 4-rotor R26B Wankel engine, producing a staggering 700 horsepower while revving to an ear-piercing 9,000 RPM. Unlike conventional piston engines, the rotary design allowed for higher revs, smoother power delivery, and reduced mechanical friction, giving the 787B a unique advantage on endurance circuits. But what truly set it apart was its unmistakable high-pitched scream, a sound so distinct that it became one of the most recognizable in motorsport history. Mazda had competed for years at Le Mans, but in 1991, they perfected their formula. The 787B's lightweight carbon Kevlar monocoque, aerodynamic bodywork, and reliability allowed it to run flawlessly for 24 hours, outlasting rivals from Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. With Johnny Herbert, Volker Weidler, and Bertrand Gachet behind the wheel, the 787B completed 362 laps of Circuit de la Sarthe, securing Japan's first-ever overall victory at Le Mans. However, the triumph was short-lived. After the race, the FIA banned non-piston engines from Le Mans, meaning the 787B was the first and last rotary-powered car to win. This rule change turned it into a one-of-a-kind legend, a car that proved innovation could challenge the establishment and win. Today, the 787B is worshipped by racing fans, not just for its victory, but for what it represents: bold engineering, perseverance, and the sound of pure mechanical symphony. Mazda still proudly showcases and occasionally runs the 787B at events, reminding the world that sometimes the underdog doesn't just compete, it dominates. The Lancia Delta HF Integrale is a car that not only dominated rally stages, but also redefined what it means to be a motorsport icon. Born out of Italy, this small yet fierce compact hatchback became the symbol of rallying supremacy during the 1980s and 1990s. Its heart was a 2.0-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, pushing out about 200 horsepower, but what really made it stand apart was its advanced all-wheel drive system, a hallmark of Lancia's engineering expertise. The Delta Integrale's legacy was forged in the crucible of competition, where it won 6 consecutive WRC titles from 1987 to 1992. This streak of victories was unmatched, cementing the Integrale's status as one of the greatest rally cars in history. It conquered every terrain: snow, mud, gravel, and tarmac, thanks to its remarkable handling, precise balance, and tough suspension. With legendary drivers like Miki Bayasayan and Juha Kankinen at the wheel, the Integrale became a symbol of technical mastery and unbreakable willpower. What made the Integrale legendary wasn't just its winning streak, but its ability to outpace more powerful and technologically advanced competitors. Despite being smaller and less powerful than some rivals, its superior all-wheel drive, low center of gravity, and razor-sharp handling allowed it to dominate corners and maintain speed on the most demanding rally stages. The car's distinctive wide body, flared fenders, and bold design made it instantly recognizable, adding to its legendary status among enthusiasts. Even after its competitive years, the Delta Integrale remained a beloved figure among motorsport fans, with its success and timeless design inspiring generations of car lovers. Today, it's not just a rally car, it's a piece of automotive history. Its impact on the sport can still be felt in modern rally cars, and its legacy endures as one of the most successful and iconic cars in the WRC. And that wraps up our list of legendary race cars for now. But as you can see, there are so many more iconic machines that deserve a spot on this list. So stay tuned, part 2 is already in the works, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next chapter of these motorsport legends. And if you can't wait, drop a comment with your favorite race car. See you in the next video.